forecast, like you're forecasting something.
And the intro music I just played you was loud and clear?
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, you did. I just played.
No, I didn't. I didn't hear any intro music. I'm not kidding. I didn't hear intro music. I'm not joking. I didn't hear anything.
The other sounds I played were loud and clear?
I heard those.
Okay.
Yeah, those were fine.
Well, someone just sent us the last minute intro.
Oh, did they?
It was also in Travis's podcast yesterday.
Huh? Travis's podcast? What are you talking about? On my live stream?
Maybe.
What? What are they talking? What?
I don't know. Well, I already got Will really wanted us to play his intro, so I'm gonna play Will's intro today if he's here.
Yeah, I saw him in chat or whatever earlier. I think left a comment. I was like, please play my intro. What's up, everybody? We're doing the beforecast because why not? And like I was telling Greg, it's funny because forecast sounds like you're going to forecast something. Because why not?
Want to make any wild predictions?
As far as
the status of the show,
it's going to be terrible. Hey Viper, come on aftercast after the podcast if you want to come on. That'd be cool. I'm sorry. So what were you saying, Greg?
Nothing.
Oh, sorry.
I am still running for president. As you can see, I have occupied part of the White House. I'm in the White House press room. It's not used that often as much, if you've noticed, Travis. So it's kind of easy just to come in here and set up the podcast station.
No one's ever there.
Yeah, they're not really doing the press briefings nowadays. So I figured, why not do the podcast from the press briefing room?
Seems reasonable.
Yeah,
seems reasonable.
It was easy to do. I'm still running, guys. I'm still winning. I am pro-mask. I've always been pro-mask. So I was pro-mask first. Everyone's saying Donald looked like a badass yesterday. But I'm saying I've been looking like a badass for months wearing the mask.
Truly.
So
truly.
Hashtag badass Greg. The badass.
I don't know if that's ever going to be a thing.
Call me the badass.
I mean, feel free. Feel free to try to give it a go.
You know, I adjusted the height of my thing because you were complaining I was low, but I think I adjusted it too high to you.
Yeah.
Where if
Look
people
at that.
are watching us, they think I'm like tall, but I'm pretty sure you're taller than me in real life.
How tall are you?
Well, a gentleman never reveals his age.
You are way higher than me now, though. It is kind of weird.
Yes.
What's
Well,
happening?
the president must stand firm, tall, and assured.
Okay.
I have your backs, the American people. If you're from another country, I do not have your back as much. But from another country, I may have it slightly. I may have it all, though.
What's going on, guys? What's going on, everyone?
Don't say that, Gabriel. Gabriel, don't say that one. That was not good.
What did Gabriel say? Oh,
write-in
ballot? Because that would be the worst thing possible.
Gabriel, don't do that,
That'd be great, actually.
Greg, where do you stand on I'm not going to say that word, the G word. Trent says I look 5'11". Interesting. How do you know? How do you know, Trent? You never see me. You don't know what I got.
He's a good judge of height.
Is he? Did he think you were tall? Or was he one of the ones who thought you were small? Like
every single person thought I was short. And this is not going to help.
No.
This is not helping.
I got
everyone thought I was short. The only person who didn't know that I was short were the people who didn't know who I was before I met them, like Super Saf and
I got my new chair. I got an expensive chair to cushion the most important parts of my body. We need a president with real hair like Greg. That's true. That's true.
I mean, listen. How are you going to argue that? Greg's hair is real. That's what we.
It is real.
That hair is real.
You want to touch it? It's real.
How do I touch it over this way? Wait, let me go.
I don't know. And my pin's a little askew. The American people. Ooh.
Oh, wait. That's just the background there. Anyway.
I don't know.
Yeah. Right. That's true. That's a true story. That actually happened.
We are live. Join us. There we go. Sorry, I had that queued up,
Yeah.
ready to go, and I just looked at my phone sitting in front of me, and I didn't tweet it. Sorry.
How far into this are we going to announce
Right
our
away.
newest thing?
Yeah,
Right
we got a third guest on Gadgetcast. We are
Guest host.
super excited. Permanent, I think. I want to make this permanent.
I think it's going to happen.
So let's wait like 2 minutes. Let some more people funnel in. We'll get started here.
A wireless iPhone. You'd like a wireless iPhone. All right there, Patrick. Brian Patrick. Good to see you there, Giving No Fox. We're here for the beforecast. Everyone's sitting down. They're getting into the seats.
Hair, like a little bit.
I think it's funny for this time.
Okay.
I do feel a little bit weird about it right now, but you don't even have gadgets. Look how centered I am in the G. I'm like perfectly on brand.
I'm at the White House now, as you can see.
Terrible.
Very presidential.
Terrible.
Guys in the chat, be honest. Be honest. I want 1,000% honesty. If you saw me walk on TV and I was sitting here, would you not think I was president? Do I not look more presidential than the current president? I just want to see a yes or no, and I want 1,000% honesty. Anything's an improvement on. All 619, these are the official headphones of the White House when I'm president.
That's true. Oh, and we need to make sure one of the first things we talk about is the discount that everyone can get for buying this color.
It's going to be the presidential seal on one side and the Gadgetcast seal on the other. I think Soundcore will do a redesign for the president. I'm just going with you.
I think so. We got to give everyone the coupon code. Let's not forget that, please.
Soundcore liked my tweet where I just tweeted out very presidential looking, and I just tweeted out this picture of me here, and they liked it, and they're like, "Ooh, nice headphones." And then I kind of felt, I had some second thoughts, and I was like, "Oh, the brands are seeing this. What are they thinking?"
I don't think here's the thing. At first, I was like, I don't want to be vice president, but you know what? Vice president doesn't have power to do anything, so that's a job I can take.
Yeah, I was on Friday Night Viper, and they said, "Who are you going to consider for your vice president?" And I said, "Travis." And they're like, "Why would you put Travis as your vice president? You want to cancel him?" And I said, "Exactly. The vice president does nothing. Travis would be completely out of sight. It would be the best way to cancel him."
Powerless.
Yeah, you're completely powerless. You have whatever power I say you have.
504 looking out for us. Please remember to do this. Greg.
Go get them, guys. They're great headphones. You guys are going to love them. And then
but that code is only for the Gadgetcast color, by the way.
The Gadgetcast color. We got the Gadgetcast color down to the regular price for you.
Yes.
And if you buy Gadgetcast Soundcore headphones, tweet at us and let us know. We'll retweet it. We'll be like, "Oh my God, look how cool this person is. They bought Gadgetcast headphones. Can you believe it, Travis?"
By the way, I saw we talked about this on the podcast that people got their hats. I saw some pictures. We should actually get started.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and get the banner out of the way, and we can get the original, the most truly amazing Gadgetcast going.
All right, guys. Just let me do one more thing. Bada bing, bada boom. I think that's a saying from around here.
Bada bing, bada boom. Get in the room.
I don't like that.
Hippity hoppity, you're my property.
People are saying nice suit. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. They are Bluetooth. They're Bluetooth and wired. I do a wired connection because I got everything in my soundboard here ready to go.
Anchor Soundcore makes the Gadgetcast headphones, which are amazing quality. Ask Jeff. Jeff from El Jefe Reviews has done reviews on these on his channel. He's in the chat right now. Make sure you check that out. Jeff can drop the link to that review. But these specific ones have the Gadgetcast logo. Now, you will not be able to purchase the ones with the Gadgetcast logo. However, you will be able to get this colorway available on Amazon.com. And there you go.
Yeah, wait, before we start, Gabriel brings up a good point. Who does everyone think the new host is before we bring him in?
Oh.
In the chat, real quick, before we start, I just want to, let's see. Who do you guys think the new host is? We're curious if anyone recognized the host. So in the chat, let's see, and then we're going to start it up. I got the intro music.
All right.
Ready to go. Right. Our intro music today brought to you by Will Barwick. I'll announce that again after.
Okay. And then let's just make sure right off the top we do the the GadgetCast headphone thing just because we'll forget otherwise. I just want to get it out of the way.
So we'll do GadgetCast before we introduce our new host, or co-host.
Yes, we'll do it right after that. Say, by the way, with the GadgetCast, we have a new guest.
We're going to do it after we introduce the co-host.
So no, we're going to do the headphones, and then we're going to introduce the co-host. We'll say, by the way, we're adding a couple of things. Number one, you have a free discount on our GadgetCast color, need to use blah, blah, blah. And we've added a new co-host.
Someone said a lot of John Prossers. Wow.
A lot of Jern Pershner's. Another Travis. Jern Pershner. Trump, maybe. Could be. Micro Machines guy. Wow, the Micro Machines guy. Bruh. That's a great guess right there.
People think it's Jern.
A lot of people think it's Jern's, though.
Let me tell you.
This guy's cost more than Jern.
Ooh, I saw the right one in the chat somewhere. I don't want to say it, but someone got it right already. One of you got it right.
I think it's this one. All right, let's do it.
Well, he was pretty hard. He's like, where's your innovation? And we said we don't have any.
This probably won't be an overly long podcast. We definitely will have an aftercast. And if Viper is around, man, welcome having it. All right, let's do this. Ready?
Yeah, give me the countdown. I'll go
in 3, 2, 1, record.
Hello, world, and welcome to another episode of the most presidential podcast out there, the Gadget Cast. My name is Gregory McFadden, joined always by my awesome co-host, Travis MCP.
That's right. No one understands what just happened. But
we asked people to send us intros, and this one was by Will Barwick. He sent it twice. He really wanted us to play it. So thank you, Will, for sending over that intro music. If you want to make a song for GadgetCast and have us play it in the intro, you can send it to our email. It's in the show notes and in the YouTube description.
Yeah, I mean, you could hear him say Garg and Travis at the same time. Like he was layering it, the Garg, and Travis. Yeah. Like it was brilliant.
It was like stereo. Like if you're wearing headphones, you hear it in one ear and then you hear it in the other, and you're like, whoa, what's going on? So
it's amazing.
I think average view duration on this podcast is about 28 seconds. And,
easily
is gone. Travis,
speaking of headphones,
yeah. Oh,
let's talk about the headphones.
Talk about it.
We forgot to announce this last week. We've been working with Soundcore. Those of you know, we did a contest a couple weeks back where we gave away a couple of the GadgetCast branded Soundcore Life Q10s. Now, these are great headphones in general. And I want to tell you right now, we are not making any money on what I'm about to tell you. We just want to give you an opportunity to have these amazing headphones for a good price. If you go to Amazon.com and look up the Soundcore Q10s, and you find the colorway that we use, the blue and kind of orangish, you'll see it. If you've seen any of our pictures, you know what it is. And put in the code GadgetCast, you will save, I think, an extra $5 off of that. That's literally it. It's only this colorway, though. Trust me when I tell you, when you get these, they're going to blow your head off. You're going to love them.
Yeah, I love the Soundcore Q10s. I got to thank Travis and, of course, Jeff from El Jefe Reviews, who, I mean, I think we owe everything to Jeff for these headphones. Yeah. And we see so many people buying them now, and people are like loving them. They can't believe the value they're getting out of them. I'm a believer in them. I like them a lot. I wear them all the time now. So definitely go pick one up. We guys, $5 off what? $45 headphones normally? Like, it's actually a pretty good savings.
And not only that, if they're ever on sale with another thing, it stacks. You can get these for as low as $30, which is kind of crazy, considering these are easily like $80 headphones. Like they are absolutely incredible. Are they bassy? Let me tell you something. We gotta. He asked, "Are they bassy?" Let me just tell you this: go to Amazon, buy them, put the code GadgetCast in, and then thank me later. If you are a bass head, thank me later. That's all I'm going to say. All right.
These will shake your head more than our third co-host of GadgetCast, Will. That's right. We got a third co-host. We teased him out beforehand. And Travis, do you want to give us the official introduction?
Ladies and gentlemen, in the journey that GadgetCast has taken, we have tried to innovate, try to become one of the fastest growing tech podcasts. We did it. one of the best podcasts that only some of the top creators on the platform will come to, and we did that as well. But we figured out that we needed some help, and we looked towards some of the larger creators that have podcasts as well, and we realized that sometimes you just need a third person. So we went out, we scouted, and we found the person who's going to bridge the gap between what we have and what we need. This man already exists on one of the largest podcasts ever. And some of the things he says are mind-blowing. And I thought, Greg, can we get this guy on GadgetCast to be our third man and give us some of his incredible insights? Greg, tell everyone who it is.
We got him. We poached him. Welcome to the podcast, Willie Do.
That's right, Willie Do.
Yeah.
Welcome, Willie Do. How you doing today?
Oh, yeah.
Doing good, buddy? That's good, man. So we know that, you are usually on Lou Later. And, you do a good job there. But Lou is such a personality. And he doesn't really give you that much time to talk. And we here on GadgetCast, obviously, we're not like huge celebrities here. So we want to give you more time to shine, more time to express yourself, and just give us your overall personality.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah. Are you excited?
Bro, this is gold, man. This is the same gold he drops on Lou Later. I'm loving it. And the crowd is loving it.
Yeah. So
it's so amazing. I'm so hyped.
Willie, do you have anything to say?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you do have something to say.
Okay.
So, what kind of topics would you like to see covered on GadgetCast? Now as the third official co-host.
Usually the most interesting is science stories.
Wow, science story. Travis, we don't really cover too many science stories on GadgetCast. We try and stick to tech. And I think science stories is a good addition to the show. Any particular science stories that you want to see from us, Willie Do?
Space travel.
Wow. He's already bringing things to the show. He's already bringing new topics to the show. Yeah. I think the chat's obviously going crazy. They're really happy to see you. I think you're bringing a lot of new personality to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing good, man. You're doing good.
Bruh.
Anything else you want to talk about? Is there anything else you want to talk about on GadgetCast?
The game, Red Blue, old school.
The game, Red Blue. I think he's talking about maybe Pokemon, Red Blue, or is that Halo? Red Blue.
What is that?
Willie, what is that?
What?
Did you even know what you just said?
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, we welcome Willie Do for joining us on the show. And Willie Do, we like to ask a lot of people on the podcast. We want to know what they want to see in a future smartphone. So Willie Do, the star himself from Lou Later, what would you like to see in a modern smartphone that does not exist yet?
RoboFish powered by battery blood.
Whoa.
Bro, that's mind-bending. This is why we brought Willie Do to the podcast, bro. Here's the thing. Y'all never going to get a side like this anywhere else. GadgetCast is taking it to the next level.
Now,
nowhere else will you get this.
This is great. So, Willie Do you have any advice for GadgetCast fans out there?
Well, watch it in the shower.
Watch it in the shower. Yeah. I watch things in the shower all the time. Yeah. I always talk about the Soundcore speaker and I bring it in the shower. I got my Soundcore buds in the shower and I love listening to stuff in the shower. So I think watching GadgetCast in the shower makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
amazing.
Good.
Right.
Bro, there's just no way we're going to be able to afford him here for very long, but he is here for as long as we can afford him. Willie Do, thank you so much for being a side kind of dude for GadgetCast. We welcome you. We're going to send you a GadgetCast hat. We can't wait for you and hear what other type of incredible things you're going to share with us as you're with us.
Yeah, there's a lot of assumptions there.
Yeah, I'm assuming that what we're paying you is going to be worth the investment, but I guess we'll find out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I guess we will. All right, Willie.
Very well said. All right, Travis, we do have a tech podcast to do.
Yeah.
Willie feel free to jump in whenever you want. Okay. Like just whenever you're ready, Travis and I do talk a lot. So just talk over us and we'll let you get the floor. Okay. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Sounds good.
So,
all right. Cool.
Wow. Travis, busy week in tech today.
Yes.
We got some cool stories. Galaxy Fold 2 might be delayed. We got some unpacked stuff, iPhone 12 rumors. And hey, I think we're trendsetters here because we talked about TikTok potentially getting canceled on the last show, and the whole week was dominated by TikTok news. Companies are banning them and all that stuff. We'll get to that later in the show, but I just want to say GadgetCast setting the trends again.
Yeah, I obviously I think it's important for you to subscribe to the channel and be a part of this ride. We are on the cutting edge of everything. No one is doing anything like this at all.
No one is doing anything quite like this show. That I can guarantee you. So I want to talk about this Galaxy Fold 2 stuff. We could talk a little bit more about Note and Unpacked in general. I saw some beans floating around. But Max Weinbach was on Friday Night Viper. He called into the show. They got the Vipe line now. That was actually a cool idea. We might want to steal that, Travis. But it was a really fun time on Friday Night Viper. Go check that out if you aren't already. I'm sure everyone who watches the show is. But Max was dropping some knowledge. These are rumors. Maybe these are true. Maybe they're not true. But part of this is that the Galaxy Fold 2 is potentially not going to be at Unpacked. And I think that was the phone me and you were both the most.
Yes. Yeah. And the funny thing is, so even just the other day, I was talking about the Fold 2, might have even have been on my live stream or right before. For people who've been on my channel know that I do the Amazon Renewed series. And I know that the kind of the crowning video will be the Amazon Renewed version of the Galaxy Fold. And I think that I was excited to get until I go, oh, we're only a month away from Unpacked. Matter of fact, real quick, Willie, have you heard of my Amazon Renewed series? I don't know if you've heard of it before. I do. I buy stuff from Amazon and it's renewed. Have you ever heard of that before?
No.
Okay. Well, let me real quick give you an overview. I go and I buy things that are renewed, basically secondhand. So I want to get one of these secondhand Galaxy Folds at about $1,000, but it's about $1,100 right now. But the thing is, I really wanted to wait until the Fold 2, but now it sounds like it's not going to come out for the next couple of months. And if that is really the case, I might jump on this earlier. I'm a little bit bummed because I'm probably forced now to get a Galaxy Note, which I don't want to get over the Fold because covering it for my channel. But I really was looking forward to the Fold 2. The one improvement that I was really looking forward to is that entire full screen front display. So excited for that.
Listen, you guys know I run basically primarily I cover a lot of Apple stuff on my channel, but I don't think I'm really that biased because I think the Fold 2 looks excellent. That full screen design. Wow. That's like what we wanted from the beginning. I think a lot of people looked at the Fold 1 and went, why is the screen on the front so small? Why did you do that? And I get it's a first generation product. What they already did with it was already amazing. So you're kind of being a little nitpicky, but I think most people are like, well, that's eventually going to be a full screen on the front. And it looks like they did that because the main problem I heard with the Galaxy Fold from people who had it was that front display was way too small to actually be useful. So the Fold was really only useful in that tablet mode, where I think most people want a good combination of the phone and tablet experience merged into one. Even the tablet side on the Fold 2 looks a lot better. On the first version, they had a giant notch in the right corner. This one's just a hole punch like you would see on most modern Android flagship phones. And man, it looks good. Again, I've talked about my experience with the Galaxy Z Flip. I think the technology is maybe, it's hard to tell because that's not even a year old yet. We really don't know the longevity of this, right? Some people like to keep their smartphones for like 3+ years. So, if it lasts a year, should we be crediting $2,000 phones if they do that? No. So, we still can't say definitively if these reliability issues are completely fixed. But I've had the Galaxy Z since launch. Granted, it's not my main phone, but I haven't had any problems with it. And I see people on Twitter who use it a lot more, like Quinn Nelson from Snazzy Labs.
Yeah.
He's like throwing it against stuff. He's like putting it in the sand and stuff. So
yeah,
it looks like whatever they did with that glass panel, which apparently was like fake. And, there's like a huge controversy when that was first released. It looks like whatever they did with that, though, kind of worked.
Yeah, and that's actually the reason why I was actually kind of interested in this phone, is that I'm assuming that whatever learnings they have from the Z Flip can kind of be applied to the Fold, plus all the learnings they got from the Fold, I assume would be into the Fold 2. Now, the question is, if it's not ready now, it's not ready for the August release, how late in the year will they release it? And the thing is, as a cutting edge phone, which will not have a cutting edge processor by the time it comes out, because if it does come out in November, December, of course, the S series of phones come out in January with the Snapdragon 875, which will be the next one. But you're going to be paying more. Now, interestingly, we did hear some rumors about pricing from Max as well. It not being as expensive as we thought. I think the general thought was well over $2,000, but he came up with some under $2,000 prices.
He said on the low end, I hope this is right. I hope I'm not misquoting him. I think he said around like 1,650, 1,700 for the low end. Now, there was some rumors floating around about like a Fold Lite, right? And it might have like the first design, which is the one I don't want, right? Like I want the new design. Yeah. So maybe that's what he's talking about, because I don't know. I look at the Fold 2 and I think that thing's going to be more expensive. But if they're really releasing that design at around $1,700, I think I'm excited. Like I think, okay, I'm for that. I'll buy it at $1,700 for sure.
Yeah. Willie, would you buy the Fold 2 at let's say, would you buy it at $2,000?
No.
Yeah, I don't blame you. What about under, like, let's say about $1,600, $1,700? Would you buy it then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Willie on that one.
It's really fair at around $1,700. I didn't think the technology was going to get that cheap this quickly. Again, I did hear rumors about a potential Fold Lite, which was supposed to be like the first generation Fold kind of re-released. And if it's that makes a little bit more sense. Because even if you look at like the Z Flip, that was about $1,500 kind of rounded up, or was it $1,400? I can't remember.
Yeah, but after taxes on something like that, it's still going to be a beast of a price. And by the way, I don't want a low cost version. Well, okay, I shouldn't say this. I'm going to say maybe I don't want a low cost version of this. I want like the nice kind of experience and everything on a folding phone. Maybe I'm wrong though. Maybe the quote less expensive, whatever that's going to be, is actually going to be nice enough. We'll see. We still are quite a ways away before any of that comes to be. Max Weinbach also says that he does not believe it will even be mentioned in this upcoming Unpacked event, and it's mainly going to be the Note series of phones, which we've seen leaks of.
Yeah, and the Note, like you said, it used to be the phone that, Travis is a Note guy, right? He should be the most hyped for this phone. And I'm hearing no excitement from you. I think if we did Note coverage a year ago, you would have been like jumping out of your chair going like, I can't wait for the next Note. Yep. But I think in a way, and I don't even know if Samsung predicted this or what their marketing strategy was, I feel like the Fold sucks all the energy out of the Note now, because it's not the premium Samsung phone anymore. It's not the top.
Right. And in a lot of ways, and I said this, I think last year, the Fold should become the Note. That is to say, the Note and Fold should merge into one phone. You have the S series at the beginning of the year, the Fold maybe towards the end, and there you go. Because the Fold and the S series, so once upon a time, there was a massive difference between the two, in that even the processor was better in the Fold series. Then they merged them to have the same processor, and then it was just kind of S Pen stuff and some software tricks that were better. But every year that goes by, it seems like there's less and less difference, and it just becomes just the S Pen. So why not do the Fold, where you have kind of really differentiated it from the S series of phones, and make the S series like truly premium?
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, and I see this all the time, and the next Fold is not rumored to be coming with the stylus. I think maybe the screen is still a little bit too soft for that. But I think ideally people are really excited about the idea of an S Pen with the Fold, because once you unfold it, you have that big display. And I think the S Pen becomes infinitely more useful then.
Yeah, the screen obviously at this particular moment can't handle that. But beyond that, if they've fixed those issues where, you can't have a folding screen with an S Pen, man, I get excited about the thought of that, because everyone who owns one seems to love it. Even the ones that have returned it seem to have loved it. I think you and I talked about this once before. Like, there was even people who returned it, are like, I love it, it's fine, but returned it. I think it's just a cost thing. So I'm excited to get the Amazon Renewed one. I'm probably going to do a video on it, hopefully soon, fingers crossed. But yeah, I didn't want to, because I was hoping the Fold 2 would come out, but it looks like no Fold 2, at least anytime super soon.
Yeah, I'm excited for you to try out the original Galaxy Fold, even though, because this will be your first official folding phone. And even though like I have the Z Flip, I like it, I appreciate the technology, I still, like, at the end of the day, it's like, man, I wish this opened up into a tablet. Like, that's the dream for people like us. Like, we want like the biggest screen possible, and to fit it into our pockets, I think. So yeah, I'm excited for you to try that Fold out. It's gonna be a cool experience. Also, didn't Samsung delay, they had to delay the Fold last time because of all the technical issues it was having as they seeded it out to reviewers? But didn't they also kind of release it in a September timeframe, exactly when the iPhone came out, and people are just like, "What are you doing?" isn't
exactly
that sentence? Apple will suck all the energy out of the room. Talk about the Fold sucking the energy out of the Note. You launch alongside Apple, your news coverage is just not going to be what it should be.
Yeah, I think for me, they hopefully have figured everything out, because I think back to the Note 7. That would have destroyed most companies. And then to have another similar problem on the Fold, I mean, it really would have destroyed them. Now, having said that, the Note 8 came out and it was fine, no problems. The Z Flip came out, no real problems. So I feel like we're not going to have to worry so much about that. But I don't know. Maybe that's why they're waiting so long. Maybe that's why they're waiting.
Listen, we don't know anything really about it. It's not an announced product. It could be the same exact design as the first one, right? People have been wrong in the past, but based on renders, based on these people's track records, it looks like this Fold 2. It really does look like a phone from the future. Like, the first one clearly looks prototypey, but the second one, if it looks anything like these renders, I think they got a nice product on their hands. Will it sell well? That's unproven. We still don't know if mainstream customers even want a folding phone yet. Or one of the things I'm curious about is I have not experienced the software of the Fold. And that could make or break the product, because the Z Flip, again, it folds, but it folds out into a phone. You've used phones before. You know how the software works. Switching over to a tablet mode has to be really compelling for the price you're paying for. And you and I both know Android tablets are kind of not it.
They're not great. And the other thing is, there was mentioned that the next Z Flip isn't even like the Z Flip 2. It is the Z Flip 5G, which means allegedly the 865 processor, 865 plus, whichever, doesn't matter. It doesn't seem like it's worth what will likely be a couple $100 increase in price.
I mean, if they keep it, if they keep, if they just get rid of the original Z Flip and then just put in the 5G version at the same price, that's okay, I guess. But at the same time, I could not, and again, the full video for the Z Flip 5G leaked out. So go search it on Google if you want to see it. But I could not be less excited for a phone, because there's really no other changes besides, hey, 5G, slightly better Qualcomm chip. You're welcome. And it's like, not as exciting as the Fold 2, where it's like, look at this new redesign, and look, we fixed all the issues after learning about our first two folding phones.
Well, we are close to finding out all the answers to these questions. I'm definitely excited. Why don't you leave us a comment or a voicemail, which we will play on the podcast? And what are your thoughts on the upcoming Galaxy Fold 2?
Yeah. Willie, what what would you like with a Galaxy Fold 2? Like, what would you want with it?
Well, watch it in the shower.
Oh, water resistant.
Waterproof. Yeah, waterproof. He wants it to be waterproof.
Yeah, that is a big weakness with these foldable phones. They don't have water resistance.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll ever have water resistance, Willie do?
Yeah, there's a lot of assumptions there.
Yeah, I mean, we are tech analysts. We kind of try and make assumptions on the show, like don't feel afraid to guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to take another crack at that?
Right.
Okay. Well, I guess Willie he doesn't have any thoughts on this. So
I'm starting to feel we might be overpaying for him. But anyway,
he was on the best tech podcast. Lou Later topping the charts.
Yeah.
I thought there was something going on here. I thought we got the winning formula.
I was excited at first. I'm starting to not be as excited about him, but we'll see what happens. Maybe he'll pick up. Maybe just some coffee. Someone order him some coffee, please.
Willie, would you like some coffee?
Space travel.
You might need some.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll get him. Someone get him some coffee with the space travel. He might have had something dipped in his coffee. Maybe he already has coffee. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's Greg. President Greg, be presidential.
Hi.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Let's go on to some updated iPhone 12 rumors. Today, I released a video. You released a video early in the week about kind of taking a look at all the iPhone 12 rumors and putting them in one place where people can be even more confused. Yes.
Ooh,
So
that was word salad. I did make a video. And we got some updated rumors. I would love to hear Prosser's take on this because it's been a while, and I kind of speculated in my video a little bit about the pricing because we've heard like maybe the pricing isn't where they wanted it to be. You actually made a video on this back in the day. It wasn't that long ago, but BOE displays, right? Like the reason why they could get these iPhones so cheap, they're all going to be using OLED displays this year, is they were going with a new company called BOE, which Renee Ritchie told us that BOE was basically just like copying Samsung's process and like, hey, Apple, we do a little bit cheaper for you. And Apple's like, okay, let's check this out. And I even think, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like in your video, you're like, these guys are kind of unproven. Like maybe they can't do it. And it turns out that they could not do it. Like Apple looked at what they were doing and come on. Don't clip that. They looked at the displays and were basically just like, we can't use these basically. Like the whatever quality standards that Apple has, BOE didn't measure up to it. So from what I read from like last minute stuff, they basically ordered 20 million LG OLED panels, which if you know anything about OLED phones, you know that Samsung has the better panels and LG's kind of don't match up really. So I feel like the LG ones are destined for those lower end 5.4 inch, 6.1 inch regular iPhones. And the Samsung ones are obviously going to still be on the pros. But at the same time, LG must charge more money for their panels than a company like BOE.
So that's the thing. They were unproven, and that's the thing that made it kind of weird when that kind of rumor first came up. It's like, who is BOE? Like I didn't know who they were, and just because you produce something in large quantities does not mean you're going to hit a standard by which a Samsung or an Apple is going to think that it's okay, because you can get inexpensive phones with OLED panels, and to the naked eye, they may look pretty much the same as anyone else. But Apple, especially, and Samsung have a level of excellence that they will only accept at, and BOE maybe has not been able to do that. Now, will they be able to do it eventually? Probably, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I think maybe long term they can figure out the process. Maybe it's destined for the iPhone 12s, iPhone 13, whatever. Because it seems like Apple put a pretty big bet in them, but I guess they always had like LG on the back end. They're a smart company, right? They know they got to ship a certain volume of phones, and they're like, all right, you can't do it. LG, come here. Here's some money. And LG's like, oh, thank you. No, please. Yes, Apple, please please buy these 20 million panels from us, please. So
exactly.
I mean, there's a reason why Samsung, you would think like if most of us were in charge of Samsung, I think most of us would probably have the approach of like, well, we're not going to sell Apple our panels so they can make a phone and sell a bunch of them. But when you see the amount of money you're getting for those panels, you're dumb not to sell them. Like that would be a dumb business decision. Yeah, I feel like a $50 increase is on the way, especially now. Again, we talked about this last week, I believe, that Apple's probably not going to be shipping a charging brick and they're not going to be shipping headphones. How much cost that saves them? Probably not too much, but maybe enough to sway it to where maybe this might have been like a $70, $100 increase. And then maybe now it's like a $50 increase. Because I really think they still want to hit that $699 price target. And I think if they release that 5.4 inch $699, they're going to be fine, right? Like no one's going to care. They'll be like, oh, same price as last year. If they get the other one for $800, right? Like the 6.1 inch 800, that works well for them too, because a lot of people are going to want that bigger size phone and they're going to look at the 5.4 and then go, that's a little bit too small for me. And then they'd be like, well, the other one's $100 more. All right, I'll get that one. So it even works in Apple's favor that way, the way they're pricing them.
Well, so that is kind of the thing. One of the things I mentioned in my video today, I even took a clip of yours to try to prove a point. And when I was saying, when I was recording it, is a little behind the scenes stuff. When I was recording the clip, I actually said that you thought that they were not going to raise the price. But from what I remembered when watching your video, I thought you had said that for every version of the iPhone. That's not what you said. Actually, what you did say was that the lower end may go up and the pros would not, which I found interesting. So I just cut out parts of it to make it work for my narrative. But a good point. A good point. You're saying that pros you think are going to stay at that high end cost, but the lower end is the part that might boost up a little bit just based on OLED and 5G.
Yeah, I think that the Pro models have kind of been tested at this $999 price point, $1,099. I mean, technically, Apple could go higher, right? Samsung went higher, so it wouldn't be unprecedented. Apple, it could be a move Apple makes, but I feel like the process is pretty much down to where the Pro models are going to come in at $1,000, and they've always been using OLED panels. What's really changing with them this year is 5G. So maybe that does boost the price, but I feel like maybe Apple gets a sweetheart deal from Qualcomm on ordering so many 5G modems. Qualcomm really wanted Apple to put 5G in their phones this year, because if Travis has taught you anything from listening to this podcast or watching his channel, the industry follows Apple. And once Apple gets 5G on their phones, that means everyone's going to be going, I want 5G. Where's your 5G network? Bring me your 5G. So once Apple does it, you're going to see those 5G networks spring up even faster than they are now, because people are going to be like, well, my phone does 5G. How come I don't have the 5G symbol here? Yeah,
100%. It's definitely going to be more important at that point. Like it or not, Apple validates technology. They don't necessarily invent it, and they don't necessarily they're not the bleeding edge all the time. But as soon as they get it, like wireless charging, I mentioned this before, a lot of other things, it gets validated across other manufacturers. So that's the iPhone 12 talk about the things that are coming.
I'd be remiss if we didn't get Willie Doo's take on the iPhone 12.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Willie Doo.
It's a huge topic. Yeah. I mean, Willie Doo, now's your time to shine. Willie Doo, do you want to add anything to this iPhone 12 discussion?
No.
Oh, okay.
Bro, how much are we paying him again?
Well, I think that's private talk later. After.
All right, we need to renegotiate.
After the show, we talk about that.
All right, yeah.
iPhone 12 is a big topic. You think Willie might have something to add on that, but
So, by the way, Rocco in the chat just asked a question about John Prosser. I actually talked about this in today's video, the video I dropped today. I will just tell anyone who's listening here, because a lot of Prosser fans here listen to the podcast. He's around. He had some personal things he was handling. None of it is bad. Very exciting stuff for him. So I think you should see him hopefully soon. Now that that's starting to calm down, we hopefully we'll see him soon. But we literally talked to him yesterday, so texted with him. Yeah, so he's fine.
Well, a little behind the scenes stuff. John was not happy with my run for president, and
yeah, there's that. Yeah,
so who knows if he'll ever come on the show again. So.
Oh, there is some question. Oh, someone wanted to real quick talk about Lidar. Let's real quick talk about that, because I don't think as many people are going to care about that, but let's talk about it. The aspect that the rumors of Lidar not making it to some of the iPhone 12s.
Yeah. I got a prediction to make, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. We'll see. We'll let time play it out, because I I said this before on a podcast episode. I can't tell you which one, but this comes out of Everything Apple Pro, right? And Everything Apple Pro, great channel, great guy, whatever. But he does kind of give you every little bit of information. It's not something that really, I don't think is as strict of a vetting process as maybe John Prosser might put it through. And he basically said only the bigger 6.7 inch, giant size iPhone is going to be getting this LiDAR scanner. Now, I don't know about that. Everything Apple Pro came out with that video where he's like, this is the iPhone, 12 design and blah, blah, blah. And then like a couple days later, he's like, oh, never mind. We got it wrong. Here's actually the real thing. Right. So I don't see Apple not adding the LiDAR scanner to all the pros. I think they want to get that out there. I think that's integral to their virtual reality efforts. And I think they want to get it into every phone possible. I don't know how big that sensor actually is. I mean, I can look at the iPad Pro and that's like a bigger device, but the sensor doesn't look all that big. It doesn't look like it looks like you should be able to fit that in a 6.1 inch size phone. Also, the names of the phones this year are Macs, right? You have iPhone 12 Pro and iPhone 12 Pro Max. Apple traditionally, when they've used this Max naming scheme, it doesn't mean additional features. All it means is bigger size phone screen.
Right.
What Apple used to do was call the other phone Plus. Now, Plus actually had some additional features. It had a landscape mode, and it had a second camera, and the cameras in the Plus model had optical image stabilization before the regular versions did. So based on everything I'm hearing, based on the fact that a lot of sources are saying the names are Max again, I feel like it's going to be in both Pro models. Probably not the regular versions, obviously. But I feel like both Pro models are going to have LiDAR.
Nice. There is a question.
I could be wrong. That's just my prediction.
So there was a question about dummy 12 units. So for people who don't know, usually a couple of months before a phone comes out, you'll notice that cases can be sold, especially on Amazon. You can buy cases for phones that aren't out yet. And some people might be wondering, well, how does that happen? Well, these dummy units, these kind of plasticky or sometimes metal units are cast and then sent to the case manufacturers where they can make sure that it fits the upcoming phone. Some of those are leaked. Some of those are, I don't know, maybe they're just leaked. Regardless, that's how cases get made before the phones are ready. And, you can't really take anything away from that as far as like, what will the phone really look like? It never really shows the front. You can't really tell. Everything between that, it's a guess. The rear is usually accurate and the button placement is accurate. Otherwise, the case manufacturers wouldn't get it. But other than that, like, that's it. Like, you don't know what kind of cameras. You may not even know how many. You don't know if it's a full screen. Like, you don't know any of those things. So all it is just a piece of metal that case manufacturers can use. And some people will make videos on them and say, this is it. This is the new iPhone. Kind of yes, kind of no.
And I hate to pick on Everything Apple Pro again. I really don't mean to be doing this. He watched the podcast one time. We think he's a cool guy. But he also said, like, and he has a very influential channel. That's why I got to bring him up. But he also said, like, oh, these CAD designs show that the notch is the same size. So I guess it's not getting smaller this year. Again, like Travis said, those designs are for cases. You don't really get to see the full front design of the phone. It's just kind of a mock-up. They're probably just going on the assumption of, let's just put the old notch in there from the other iPhone because those cutouts aren't as important. So I don't think we'll see the real notch size with this. And also, technically, all these phones have bigger screens, which I believe means that the bezels around the phone are probably going to get smaller. I believe that's how they're going to be doing it. That means your notch is going to be smaller by default because there's a bigger screen, right? Like, it's the same size notch, but there's more screen. So technically, it's smaller no matter what. But I think physically it's supposed to be shrinking. Again, I trust Prosser's reporting.
Trust and Prosser. Real quick, also, we talked a little bit last week about TikTok kind of it being in trouble. And it seems like over this last week, there's been all types of additional developments that make it seem like it could still get banned. But the reality is TikTok going to get banned? First of all, I can't figure out TikTok. I would like to be a TikTok superstar, but I don't know what it would do for me. I don't think it would do anything for me. Greg would make a great TikTok president. I think that would. That actually would make sense.
So our current president is the Twitter president. I could be the TikTok president. I should make a TikTok account called the TikTok president. That'd probably be pretty big.
That actually makes sense.
That makes a lot. Dude, imagine me in this backdrop just doing TikTok videos. I mean, world star.
You might actually blow up. You might blow up right before they get canceled. That'd be pretty cool.
I I would blow it up and then it would get canceled. That would be just my luck. You're right about that.
That would be hilarious, actually.
It's been a weird week for TikTok because at first I sent you that Amazon story and I was like, Travis, look at this. Amazon's banning TikTok from employees' phones. That's huge. This thing is definitely like doing bad stuff. And then Amazon kind of reversed course and went, actually, that was a mistake. We're not going to ban TikTok from employees' phones. Then I see an article like the other day that Wells Fargo directs employees to remove TikTok. So you see a company say, yes, we're removing it. Never mind. And then Wells Fargo comes out and goes, yeah, we're telling our employees to remove it. And then, again, I'm plugging Friday Night Viper here again. Randy Vasquez called in. He does a podcast with Drew over on Talos of Tech podcast. And he actually works in government, right? Doing like defense contracts. I don't know, something like that. And he said, like, yeah, we are not allowed to have TikTok on our phones, period. Like, it is considered a national security threat.
Well, dang. Well, TikTok's on my non-primary phone, so I'm not terribly worried about it. But it's barely on that phone. I mean, like, it's hanging on by a thread. I'm looking for a reason to get rid of it. I just want it to get flushed. Now, YouTube, on the other hand, is making their own version of this. I don't know if you know about this, Greg. They've announced a 15-second version of this that you'll be able to do on YouTube. So you may see these YouTube things pop up, and I'm sure Greg and I will do many of them for no reason.
I love YouTube. It's my favorite platform, obviously. But I got to say, I feel like every time YouTube does these experiments, I feel like they never work out as well as they would want them to. Because you go on Instagram and stories are like the biggest thing in the world. And on YouTube, they're not. And there's no reason why they shouldn't be. I feel like it's just like a lot of things that are buried under settings. Like YouTube, if you really, and YouTube, feel free to take my advice. I don't want any money for this. Make the YouTube Stories app. Make the YouTube TikTok app. Don't bury it in the main app because people come to that app for one experience. If you made separate versions of the app, people might actually start to use it and they would know what they're there for. I know if there was a dedicated app for like YouTube Stories, I think people would use it a lot more often. Now, obviously, you could still have all this main functionality in the YouTube app, but I think like a second app on top of that, I think it works. And Google loves to make apps, so I think I just got the good idea.
That's a pretty good idea, Greg. You should run on that as part of your presidential run, by the way. How's the presidential run going, by the way?
Presidential run is doing fantastic. We are 1 week in. Can you believe it, Travis? Feels like I've been running for a month now. As you can see, I do look the part. I do look very presidential. I think that's the main way to be president. And like I said, I was ahead of the mask policy. I've been wearing a mask for quite a while. I see people getting credit for wearing masks all of a sudden. I was on the mask train. So I think we're going to win still. We're still going. We're still going strong. Greg 2020. We're going to win.
Yeah. I noticed I wonder if it got out that because this past week's podcast, when you said you were going to be president, that podcast, the downloads on the audio were pretty quick right off the bat. Maybe the word got out.
Yeah. I think the Donald's feeling the pressure of me running now. Biden, to all of his credit, he never got Trump to wear a mask, and all of a sudden I'm running. Next week he's wearing a mask, and I'm going, whoa! Influencer, digital YouTube influencer. Did I influence our current president? I think so.
In 1 week. I mean, no one else could do it. I'm not gonna lie. I am a little impressed by this.
Yes, I tweeted at him, wear the mask, and he did. Day later, the mask was there. I deleted the tweet. Of course, there's no evidence of this, but don't worry about that. That doesn't mean anything. Is there anything else we want to cover before we close this session out and go to Aftercast? Jeez Louise. Well, Travis,
what an episode.
We did pay an exorbitant amount of money for world famous podcaster, top of the podcast charts, top of the YouTube charts, Willie Do. Yes. You are here. What did you think about your first episode on GadgetCast? I think you liked it.
Yeah, there's a lot of assumptions there.
So you didn't like it.
Right.
Oh, hey now.
Will you be with us again next week?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
he likes that check is what it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
So are you only doing this for the money?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, me too. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, is there anything that we didn't cover on the show that you want to talk about?
Usually the most interesting is science stories.
Oh, really?
Love the science story.
Is there something, is there a specific science topic you want to cover?
Space travel. Yeah. Space travel. Yeah. Space travel.
What?
Right. Yeah. Space travel.
I think something's wrong, Willie.
Any other topics, Willie, besides space travel? We don't cover space travel. We are not the SpaceX podcast. Go listen to Taylosive EV for that stuff.
The game. Red, blue.
Yep.
Old school.
Old School, the movie?
No.
Oh.
No.
Old School, what else is Old School, Travis? Do you know anything?
Music. I love old school music.
No.
Old School movies?
No.
Oh, man, I don't know. We talked about music, movies. Lou is a YouTuber, Old School YouTube channel. Is that what you're talking about, man?
Yeah.
Oh.
Space travel.
You like the old school space travel. You like watching the old space travel stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Where do you like to watch the space travel stuff?
Well, watch it in the shower.
You definitely listen. He loves a lot of things in the shower. I don't, Willie. Well, I think we're gonna have to.
There.
Yeah, Willie. I think in the
there.
Willie. I think
powered by battery blood. Right.
Willie. Listen, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I actually thought this was going to go a lot better than it has been going.
Right.
We'd love to keep you on. You're just going to need to be more in the background, I think, because obviously you're putting something in your drinks.
Yeah.
And it's terrible.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We may have you interview a guest, but we'll see. We're not sure about that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Travel.
This feels more like an aftercast moment. So let's go ahead and let's.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Well, thank you, Willie Do, for joining us on the show. Hope you had a lot of fun. Okay.
Oh.
All right, Travis.
All right. Well, really appreciate everyone for joining us in the chat. Of course, if you're in the chat here live, we're going to do a little aftercast. But of course, if you're not, I don't have an outro song. So you're going to have to do the outro here, Greggy.
Well, by default, I just have, classic, Will song. So,
all right. So we'll do that going out. So as always, he's Greg. I'm Travis. This is GadgetCast. We'll see you next week. Okay, stop recording. Greg, you are a fool. Let me tell you, I'm not even joking.
No. Yeah.
What a great show.
I mean, if that's what you want to call it.
I love that show. That was my favorite show. Yeah, dude.
I hope people liked it.
Did you guys like the show? Would you guys like that show?
People like it?
Did you like Willie Do?
This slaps. That's right, baby.
There's no tech podcast like GadgetCast, I always like to say. There is none. Zero.
There can't be. There can't be. We're gonna have Viper on for a little bit.
Wants to know if you can come on the after show. I think that's all up to Willie Do today.
What do we got, Willie Do?
No.
Sorry.
Jeff wants some sound clips too. We can do some El Jefe clips.
What is he talking about?
Just sound clips from El Jefe. If you ever want some sound clips. I don't know, just guys.
What sound clip?
Just of him. Stop being ridiculous.
Yeah.
What's going on, Vipe Man?
Y'all are crazy AF.
No.
That's right. That's Gadget
My
Cast,
God.
baby.
What are you talking
Went out and got Willie Do. Really?
Really do, man. We paid
Willie
that
Do.
nuggets.
You're getting all the good guests. We're like, how do we show up Viper? We get Willie Do.
It's the only way to do it.
Unbelievable.
It's the only way to Willie do it.
Willie Do going to be on Vipe Drive is what I want to know.
That's a
Wait,
great
what?
question.
When's Willie Do going to be on Vipe Drive?
I don't know.
Well,
Viper's got to work on that.
I tried to reach out to Lou, but I've got nothing back with that. But who knows?
Never mind.
Willie Do, you know Lou. Can you put in a good word for our buddy Viper?
All right. Yeah.
Nice.
Y'all are crazy.
That's
You
awesome.
guys are nuts.
Yeah. There's a lot of assumptions there.
All right. All right. We're going to put him on the back burner for a minute. 'Cause I got to go back to something that y'all discussed earlier in the podcast.
Okay.
I'm a little mad about this myself. I'm a little perturbed at this, man. I
All
cannot
right.
believe that the boy genius came out and said that there will be no Galaxy Fold 2 at Unpacked. Damn it. Why? You know what? It's just like you guys said earlier. Back in the day, or about 5 or 6 years ago, the Note phone used to be the creme de la creme. It was miles ahead of the S line. But for whatever reason, Samsung decided to shrink the gap between the two. And now the Note phones are nothing more than an S plus line of S series phones. And I don't understand why Samsung did that. They kind of watered down the Note phones like 3 or 4 years ago. So I'm with Travis. I'm not that excited about the Note 20. We know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a slightly better S20 Ultra. I mean, unless they got some surprise in the store. I mean, that rear camera module does look good, but I mean, we thought the S20 Ultra camera was gonna be good too. And
Yeah. So what? So James, I think James maybe came in a little bit late. It's not that there's not going to be a Fold 2. It's just that allegedly there will be no announcement of it in the upcoming Unpacked, which is what we expected. We expected it to be announced in August and maybe released in September or something.
we getting hoodwinked. We getting bamboozled out here, James.
It's terrible.
Terrible.
I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it because, like I was saying, I actually was looking forward to the Fold 2, even if it would have cost a little bit of change. It would change a lot of bit of change, but I was still excited about it. And if that's really true, which I guess we don't have any reason to disbelieve, Max, then that's very disappointing. But having said that, I would rather it work than to come out early and be broken like the last time.
You know, I don't even think it's a matter of working. I feel like it's just Samsung going, are we going to announce like 2 premium phones at the same time? Why do we do that? Like maybe no one buys the Note, and like the same people who buy the Note are the same people who might buy the Fold. So why don't we announce this Note first? They don't know when they're going to get the Fold. They buy the Note, and then 2 months later, they're just like, oh, the Fold's out. And they're like, oh, that's the one I really wanted. Okay, I'm getting the Fold, right? Like that's a strategy. Like you don't want to undercut any of the phones.
Bunch of crap. What it is.
I'm just giving Samsung the benefit of the doubt of like smart marketing. Like
Bunch of crap.
I don't think that's.
It's just disappointing because, you know, if the Fold 2 can't come out like at the same time or close to the Note 20, that's fine. But to not even announce it at the event, I mean, damn, come on, man, don't kill my hopes and dreams. Damn it.
Well, Apple did announce that iMac at the last event, so I feel you.
Terrible, Greg. Terrible.
It's terrible.
They need to announce more hardware products. I'm bored.
So, for those of y'all watching this podcast live, and you just watch me regularly, you know what I'm about to go with this. But I have joined the land of Greg and Travis. Your boy Viper now has a Rodecaster Pro, which means I can do things like, oh, shot fired! Shot fired on the podcast! Oh my God, I'm having way too much fun with this soundboard, dude. This Rodecaster Pro is legit. I'm loving it.
We told you it was going to be everything.
You did. You put me on game. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't really use the soundboard too much, mostly just for the intro music. That's about
you
it.
missed out, Greg. You need to use the soundboard, baby.
Yeah, you're right, Viper. I should try out that soundboard one day. I think it'd be
try it sometime.
Show, Travis. We try the soundboard out one day, right?
Nah, I don't think so. Hey, Willie, do you think he should use the soundboard at all? Is that a thing that he should do?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we will. Maybe we will at some point.
I'm a little offended because Willie's not making the full use out of that microphone in front of his face. So
I know.
If you're gonna use that high class, high studio microphone there, Willie, I need more out of you, baby.
No.
Don't on me, man. Don't on me.
Yeah.
He changes his mind a lot.
I got your ear, buddy.
Yeah, we're just trying to understand what Willie brings a lot to the show. We're just not sure what it all is. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Willie.
Wait.
Every time Willie goes, blah, 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 I go, what in the boom monkey's nipple are you talking about?
Willie, what do you think you bring to the dynamic of this show, in all fairness?
RoboFish powered by battery blood.
That is a big
It's hard
thing.
to argue with that. It's hard to argue with that. He does have RoboFish powered with battery blood. You know, it's kind of like tiger blood, but RoboFish. Kind of like Fish B. Fish B,
Fish B.
RoboFish B.
Viper's the only person that has sound clips of himself. I mean, I've never heard of such a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
If
you can have sound clips of me, well, I can't have sound clips of me.
Because I can't make the sounds that you can make, so I need a clip of you. You can make those same sounds.
I don't care.
I didn't think about that, Travis. That is a really good point.
Sometimes you need to quarter pound to get stuff done.
In fairness, if I was Viper, I would also have sound clips.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, too funny.
So, you know, obviously we can fill high profile guests like Willie do. I'd like to see in the chat, is there any other guest you'd like to see us get in the foreseeable future? The sky is the limit. Tim Cook, Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, resurrected. I don't know. We could get anyone at this point. As Travis looks away. He's not on. He's not. All right, Viper. Let's see. I can't even remember what. Viper, did we get your whole thing on this TikTok scenario?
No, I don't think we talked about this.
What do you feel?
Oh man, I don't. You know what? When it comes to our government and what they deem good and bad, it's hard to trust anything they say anymore. I mean, we have not gotten any standardized like method of handling this virus yet. I'm still waiting for that. The president, for the first time since this whole outbreak started, is now wearing a mask. Even though they have been trying to get us to wear masks for about a past month or two, this dude is just now wearing a mask. If the leader of the country can wear a mask whenever he wants, how does that look to the American people? It's just the contradictory nature of the way they're trying to direct us during this whole pandemic just blows my mind. It's just, but as it relates to TikTok, I mean, I don't know, man. They've been going after China for a while now. I mean, I'm kind of where Canuti is at this point. I don't even care. I mean, I don't got nothing to hide. I mean, what are you gonna find off my phone? Well, whatever. I mean, I get it though. I mean, if it is a viable threat to national security, then you can't have it on our phone because that's not gonna work. But for me personally, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Whatever.
Yeah, no, I kind of like agree with you. It's just like we don't know enough information, and it's like, do you even trust like the people who are telling you like, hey, look, this is actually like a real big deal, especially when they've dropped the ball on a lot of recent things, telling us it's not like they've been trying to tell us for like the past couple of weeks, like this virus thing's kind of over, and I think Florida just recorded like the highest cases ever, like out of any state, They beat New York City. How do you beat New York City? You're like literally shoulder to shoulder in New York City. How do you even beat a New York City caseload? That should be impossible. It should be impossible.
Well, according to our 4-5, he will tell you that if we test less, there'll be less cases.
Well, to his credit, that is true. If you test that, there will be less cases.
I love that Shady doing it to his credit.
I mean, he's not wrong. Yes. That's what you love.
Anyway.
I don't know. And then I saw Travis talk about that like COVID party and like someone got it.
Oh man. Yo, Travis is throwing bombs on Twitter. I appreciate Travis.
Bro. At some point it's just like, come on. Can we
Yeah. I mean, I know there's like some of the audience that's like, don't get political at all. But I'm running for president, so now I can get political.
So he can get political. Yeah, exactly.
Look not political. Look behind me. I can get as political as I want. And Number two, I don't like to get political on Twitter. It's something I try and avoid. But
this is not political.
You're right. Yeah, you're right, but people view it as political.
That's the awful part. Not political. It's common sense.
I agree. But I get people to go, don't be political.
And then you got, I thought a clip on Twitter about somebody that tried to walk into a Toronto hospital without a mask and got mad when they got refused service. You walk into a whole hospital of sick people that may or may not be having this virus, and you walk in there without a mask, and then you get mad because they won't service you?
I have never lost so much trust in humanity as I have in the last 6 months over the many multiple things. But bro, I got to tell you, especially, all right, yeah, this is for another podcast idea that Greg and I have been talking about. We will move past that for right now. It's a conversation needs to be had, but I don't want to bum people out because they're knocked in the head by this all week.
I'm glad I saw that Toronto clip because I was like, man, Americans are kind of dumb. And then
Right.
I saw it happen in Canada. I'm like, oh, everyone's dumb. It's not
Dumb people are everywhere. But I do want to talk about one other thing before we start to wrap up. Viper, you're starting to twist my brain. I'm gonna try this bay with the whipped cream on the bottom. I don't know. Never thought about this before. It's interesting.
No.
He makes it. So look, someone explained it to me. It wasn't even Viper. Someone else said on Twitter when I asked why are you putting your whipped cream in the bottom of the s'mores, and at first I didn't get it because you don't like whipped cream. So then but I understand you saying that it doesn't taste the same without it. I agree with you there.
Right.
But I didn't understand it until I think Canoopsy or someone said you're actually sucking part of the whipped cream up with the rest. So you're getting that flavor. And because a lot of times at the top, and the thing you're left with is just whipped cream and nothing else. And it's kind of this airy mess. So I'm going to try it.
Yeah, like I said, I don't like whipped cream, but if you take it away from the drink, it kind of dilutes the drink. So I have to,
Yes.
I'm okay. I don't like it. I'll just have them put it at the bottom only, so I don't have to see it. Like I can drink it and not have to see it. If I don't see it, I'm cool. If I see it, it's a problem.
I love whipped cream. I don't know.
I love whipped cream. But I do agree that it is at the end of the drink, it's just that, and it's not enough. I like the idea of having it mixed.
I'm seeing people come in now and they're saying they missed the podcast. Like they were busy.
How did they do that?
They missed the podcast. Like you missed the pot. You know we had Willie Do on the show and you missed this one. You missed this one.
Yo, Travis. Yo, Travis. When you get this Bay, all I gotta say is
it's a major go.
The go, Travis.
And the one thing I'm going to have to pay attention to is how much longer they're even doing this, because this is a time-sensitive drink. Yeah, and I'm scared that they're going to stop while I'm trying to cut this weight.
Yeah, usually I think it goes to around September-ish. You normally.
Okay, so I got some time. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm tired.
Yeah,
I'm scared.
Here's my advice, Travis. I'm a weight loss expert, kind of. Don't eat for the whole day and get a s'mores wrap. And you're good to go, baby. Good to go.
That's kind of how it.
I think you just have a private chat with Viper. You see how many of those he drinks, and you go, Viper, what's your workout regimen? And then you just do the same thing. Because you look at Viper, he's like an Adonis over there, and
Viper has not worked out in a very long time. Sorry,
Viper's like an Adonis over there, and he has I think like 3 s'mores wraps a day.
No, not quite. I might have one a week usually. About it.
One a week. I don't know.
Sometimes I might have 2 a week, but usually 1 a week.
Dude, I feel like I get on Twitter every day.
No, not quite. I talk about it so much that y'all think I have more than I do, but I only have 1 a week.
Okay, all right.
I'm keeping very close watch on you. You better not. I see
you do that
twice in the day. I'm gonna call you out and be like, Viper,
you do that
once a week.
Well, we know for sure that he tells on himself because he tweets whenever he's getting it. So it's not like he's going to hide it. He's proud of Bay. So that's okay.
Nope.
Yeah, but even Tech King Mike's like, wait a minute, hold on.
How did
1 a week, baby?
How did the tech fight go last night? I missed it completely.
I missed most of it. Oh, Bandrew's here.
Bandrew.
We love Bandrew.
1 week, baby. The tech fight went well, man. Our buddy Tech ran. He won. He took it. He took the cake.
What? Tech ran won. I could have.
Tech ran run, man. But Tech 702, man. Y'all better watch out for Tech 702. That boy's a beast.
Yeah.
There he is. Tech 702 almost won it all last night, but he came just a little short. But man, he's a beast.
I was really upset. I missed the season finale. I was kind of low key, like depressed. Like,
Yeah, I got to see parts of it towards the end, and I got to call out AE on her BS. which was great.
Never
Loved
any
it.
BS. Never any BS from her.
No. She admitted it to me later. I caught her.
Yeah.
I caught her slipping. Don't worry. The one troll in the fight game chat is here, baby. I'm never gonna miss all of it. I did go back and watch a lot of it though. Barnacle Nerdgasm was there, which is crazy. I didn't know that.
Did he participate?
Yeah, he did. Which is kind of
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man, I got to go watch that.
Yeah, it's good. So
Well,
make
I
sure,
hope, Mike, I see him in the chat. I hope it was a successful return. I was sad I couldn't be there, but don't worry, I will be there. I will be there again. I'm not hiding like a lot of these other cowards you get to win and then they never show up. And I will be
By the way, Teching Mike did a thing and I missed the context behind it because I was editing my video, but he said something about make sure everyone does a super chat for some reason. All of a sudden the entire side lit up with super chats. There must have been like 15 people in a row like super chatted. I don't even know why they were doing it.
Oh, I know why. Let me go into this real quick. So,
okay.
Sorry, Mike. I got to put you on blast real quick, but hey, it's funny. So it's all good. So throughout the tech fight last night, Tech King Mike kept dropping out of the chat. Now, this is kind of hilarious because he just upgraded his internet to gigabit. So he just got gigabit internet at his house or whatever. But that didn't matter last night because the internet gods were not on this man's side. Every 10 minutes or so, he would just drop out of the whole StreamYard chat. So he would have to come back in. You know, he'd be in the middle of like asking a question, or if the judges were making a decision, he would just disappear. He'd be gone. And then he have to come back. So it got to the point where it became a meme. And then I think it was Adrian or somebody said that, yo, we should just donate $1 for everybody in the chat so we can get Mike's internet right. And that's why you saw the chat light up, because they were trying to help out Mike's internet situation, because it was not a good look last night.
Yeah, someone link up to Saturday Night Tech Fights. If you're not familiar with Saturday Night Tech Fights, especially over the last couple of weeks, they have been absolutely fire. The last 2 or 3 episodes have been ridiculously good. So definitely make sure you check it out. If you're not familiar with it, it's basically like tech debate with like boxing rules.
If any one of our mods wants to drop a link, feel free to. Like, go ahead, drop a link to the Saturday Night Tech Fights.
Drop that link, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Travis. So you're like the expert. So what else can I do with this thing that I don't know about yet?
What's that?
Pro. What else can I do with this Rodecaster Pro that I don't know about?
What else can he do? So the Rodecaster over this last firmware alone added so much stuff. Like, we also do. So the way we record this show is he records in multi-track and I record individually, and then I send my file to him so that it's super crispy. Unless we have a guest. If we have a guest during the podcast, then we just have to take the audio from here, which is fine. It's just not as good. But being able to record separately is phenomenal. I record directly to the SD card. Of course, you can do the phone calls, which you found out about. What else can you do?
Soundboard, you can get like audio through the computer.
EQ settings,
which aren't like as great for us, right? The EQ settings, you want to play around with that. You can make your voice pretty nice. I don't know if you ever fooled around with the EQ stuff yet, Viper.
Yeah, let me put some big bottom on. This is some big bottom right here. That's some big bottom.
Boom. So I the microphones have like individual settings, and I just put it on the Procaster setting. I mean, is there more to it than that?
Yeah. So what that's doing is kind of just giving you like the level that the Rodecaster should be on, and then like some other settings, like it's not going to send it phantom power. If you go into like the audio tab, though, I think there's like an advanced setting you have to tick somewhere. If you can't find it, I'll send.
Here, I'll show you. Hold on. Oops, I didn't need to do that. I'll share a screen to show you exactly what I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
But you can put like more bass into your voice. You can put more high end and all that stuff.
Oh, Travis got the app. He ain't playing no game.
Oh wait, what is it? Advanced. Where's the thing where you can go? Oh, effects editor. And now it's over here. Let me pull this over. Check this thing out. What?
Wow, Travis, I went next level with this. Holy Lord.
Bro, it is. This is just the software you download. It's great. You got your de-esser, and this is for each individual channel you can do this for. And then like you put your compressor on, you can see your compressor as I'm talking. I can enable it, I can disable it, I can change some settings, it's really intense. And you can make yourself sound way different. Like
interesting.
Way different.
So Viper, you know how you do like your intros, you get like really loud, you're like headphone users, watch out.
Yep.
You can throw a compressor on there and actually just kind of like eliminate like what would be a distortion, and to the point where like you could just go wild and you wouldn't even have to put that warning on in the beginning, because you would have a compressor bringing down that voice. And then you could just tweak your voice, play around with it, because you'll play around with it for like 20 minutes before you find like what sounds the best for you, and just keep tweaking it. Travis keeps doing it. But
So, to answer Mike's question, you can record the stream if you have. I think you need to have like an SD card to do that. But you can record the stream. But like they said, if you have a guest on, then you can't really record the guest per se.
No,
you can, but it's not as good a quality as if they both were set up this way. But yeah, you absolutely can all to the SD card, and then if you want to, you can just upload it right from the roadcaster.
Yeah, and you can record the guest. And like Travis and I are kind of like snobbish. Like it sounds fine. Like it sounds fine. Like if we didn't even tell you about it, you probably wouldn't like even be able to tell. As long as your internet connection's stable, it sounds fine. It sounds better than the StreamYard audio you would get if you like record a stream through StreamYard. So yeah, it actually records everything through USB. If you have like a bunch of guests on, you just hit the record button. It just dumps it all in the SD card. And you could multi-track it if you want to give yourself more work. And it will actually give you your own separate track and your guest track on there too. And you can play around with the settings if you want to, boost their voice or something like that.
What?
And on top of it, if you're say I guess you used your StreamYard audio Viper for the podcast.
Yeah.
So you will definitely sound better because it's a local recording, right? Mm-hmm. So your guest, maybe like when we do Travis and stuff like that, if I sound great because I'm doing it local and it's just recording there. The guest is where it falls off. So if you're ever doing like a solo show, especially, your audio is going to be way better if you hit the record on it.
Yeah. 100% because it records directly, and you can do it post fader. You can do it post. Like there's so much to this thing. I fell in love with it when it came out, and that was before all of these settings came out. Like this is the new Bay. This is Audio Bay. Audio Bay.
Hey, I like Bay. I like Bay.
Are we taking any like jump in the ring with us?
Do we want to real quick? Do we want to do some?
Yeah. We had Willie Do here. If anyone wants to ask Willie Do a question,
I have a gripe with you too, though, man. I'm tired of y'all cheating me. I need to be on the whole show one time. I've not been on a whole episode yet.
No, you will. We were actually supposed to have you like a week ago or so, but Greg dropped the ball again. This was a thing that he was supposed to handle with you.
No.
What?
Listen. Travis and I came up with this Willie Do scenario, and
this has pushed everyone aside.
So we pushed everything back. So you wanna come on next week?
Yeah, you can do that.
All right, you're on next week
for a whole episode. You know what? He can record, and we can still keep our quality.
Yeah.
Oh, because he'll have his own version of the thing. So I just have to show him how to do it. It's super simple, and because he'll just do exactly what I do: Bluetooth, and then turn down USB, and then he'll hear. And yes, cool. And we'll still keep the good quality. Yeah.
Yeah, come on next week. Come on for the whole show for sure.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Okay. So are we doing this real quick for 5 minutes?
Yeah. Throw the link in.
All right, here we go. All right. One question go for people who don't know.
For me, Travis, Viper, or Willie Do.
Oh, Willie Do.
He's still here.
So this is an interesting one. So we will be doing a supercast at some point when we just stream to all things. And if Vipe wants to be a part of that, we can do that at some point. That'd be kind of fun too. The supercast will be going across my YouTube channel, Greg's YouTube channel, Gadgetcast, and everything.
How does that work exactly?
How does what work?
The supercast, like, huh?
we just do what we're doing here, and this is what I'm multi-streaming right now. Right now, we're being streamed to our YouTube channel, all 3 of our Twitter accounts, and Facebook right now. So we are right now in 5 places.
Damn.
So we can do more. All right, here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and put it up for the people who don't know. It's one question. You get to ask it, and then I boot you. And you can ask whether it be me or Viper or Greg. You get one question, and then you get booted. And I'm going to be real mean about it today because I need to start cooking dinner. And I need to shoot a video too. So it's literally
we came up with Travis Food. You came up with Travis Food, baby. You got to go.
You can't. It's one question, and your ass is out of here. All right. Let's see who shows up first.
Out of there.
Everyone, all the things.
Do we expose the brilliance of our thing?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet. Soon. Brilliant. So like how y'all streaming about exactly because we magic. We magic, baby. We magic. See, that's a Twitter account. That's a Twitter message right there.
I got a lot of new Twitter followers today because I said in the beginning of my video, follow me on Twitter. Yeah. So they just got a treat of the life.
Like what's happening right now?
I probably lost a bunch. I'm scared to go check now.
I know. I keep forgetting to say something about phone. I see Viper putting some like really cool effects in this thing, and like all this stuff happens on the screen. Like I want that, but I don't know how to do any of it. I don't want to have to do it.
I don't think you can do it on. I know you edit your videos on iPad, and I don't know if you can do that. I don't think it's available for iPad. Unfortunately,
not in the way that you do it for sure. Right. There's probably really, to be honest, if I just had a video that's transparent background, I could do it anywhere. Like it. That's all it needs to be. Okay, so anyone coming? If not, I'm gonna speak now or forever hold your peace because I am Hungarian.
Travis is wondering if y'all want to come and ask a question. Do y'all want the link or do y'all not want the link?
Someone said
here we go. What up? Hold on, here we go. One question, go. Oh, boy. We can't hear you. Go. We can't hear you. Mike's not working.
What's going on, guys? I just want to show the handles. I love you guys the show, and the question is that I've got for all you guys is, when can I sign up, or where do I sign up to do what Viper just said that he wants to do? Where do I sign up to be on the whole show? Where do I sign up? Where do I sign up? That's the question.
All right, cool. Thank you. We'll answer that right now. All right. So how do you become a guest on GadgetCast? Well, this is a difficult one. So we generally speaking hold the beforecast and after, well, more so the aftercast for just anybody. Like aftercast is the community. The GadgetCast itself, we like to keep for creators specifically that are in the kind of in our niche and that sort of thing. Not to say that you couldn't one day be a part of it. Definitely, I think anyone, I would never say no to anyone, just straight up because I don't believe in crushing people's dreams, right? But we definitely want to see that hustle. We want to see that work. We know, listen, Viper is the hardest working man in tech YouTube that I believe, at least right now. Dude's hustling like a freaking champion. So it's an easy win. Plus, Viper invited us on Vibe Live before there ever was a GadgetCast. So this is an easy. This is
myself. So there you go. That's
All right. Well, one more. Let's see. One question, go.
Hey guys.
Hey.
I was wanting to show y'all what I got today, and then I had one question for Viper. How did you start your YouTube channel? And I thought,
hey,
Student of the Year.
Nice.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, I got this in the mail. My teacher, she forgot to give this to me a year ago, so she finally found it and gave it to me.
What?
It's a year too late.
Wow. That's amazing. Congrats, buddy. Congrats.
And then, Viper, how did you start your YouTube channel? Because I got the app Procreate and LumaFusion on my iPad Pro. I plan on starting my own tech YouTube channel still. Okay. I'm trying to get some things figured out now that I'm getting the gear that I need.
Oh boy, see, that's where your first mistake is. You don't need to have specific gear to start a YouTube channel. You can start a YouTube channel with whatever you have. You have an iPad. That's all you need. When I first started my channel, all I had was my iPad Pro. I shot my videos on the iPad Pro. I edited them on the iPad Pro. I did my thumbnails on the iPad Pro. I ran my entire YouTube channel for 7 months just off of my iPad Pro. So if you have an iPad or an iPad Pro, that is all you need to start a YouTube channel. Hell, if you have an iPhone or an Android phone, that's all you need. You don't need specialized gear to start. Start with what you have, and then as you get more and more into the game, then upgrade your gear. But starting out, just use what you got, baby. Just use what you got.
That is true. I used my Galaxy Note, I think 9 was my first camera for my channel, and that's how it went.
Yes. I will offer a buying advice. I'm going against the grain. If you do buy anything for when you start out, your phone's fine for recording video. It's going to be really good. Don't make the mistake of just buying an expensive camera, because if it's not for you, you're just going to be like, oh man, I wasted all this money. But I would say, like, if you have some money for something, if you're just going to buy one thing, just get lights, because video requires a lot of light sometimes. If not, record near a window or something like that. There's a lot of like tricks to do. But yeah, you don't need to buy anything to start. The smartphone cameras are super good. You got an iPad and stuff. You probably just record on that and edit right there.
All right, we got one last person coming in. We got Jackson. How you doing, Jackson? Hello, Jackson.
Hey, Jackson.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes. What's your question? We've had this happen before where people kind of freeze up. because we're so famous.
Jackson, what
Yes, can you?
Yeah,
Yes, go ahead. Try again.
What's your question?
Hey now.
Hey,
The
now.
new MacBook Pro 16-inch is gonna come out, like the updated version for the ARM. When do you
When?
think the ARM MacBook Pro 16 is gonna come out?
Oh,
Okay. I actually did a video on
Yeah, because I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we got you. We got you. Go ahead, Greg.
I did a video on this today. Honestly, no one knows, right? Like we can all make predictions on this stuff. No one really knows when it's actually going to come out. There's a, Ming-Chi Kuo actually put out a thing and he's pretty reliable. He said to expect a ARM 14-inch MacBook Pro and 16-inch MacBook Pro sometime midway in 2021. Now, those dates can slip. Dates slip all the time. But right now, the target for those products is somewhere in the middle of 2021.
And if you want to know what ARM MacBooks are going to come out first, like the very first ARM MacBook, chances are it'll be a 13-inch MacBook Pro and maybe an entry-level iMac, but it'll be entry-level devices and won't be any of the advanced Intel devices that Apple has on the market right now because they want to make the transition as smooth as possible. And in order to do that, it's easiest to just transition over to the entry-level MacBook. So entry-level 13-inch MacBook Pro, entry-level iMac, those will probably be the first ARM Apple Silicon MacBooks that come out.
And for everyone watching, I have a sneaking suspicion that there will be a new 16-inch MacBook Pro sooner than an ARM MacBook. I feel like it's just going to come out.
Y'all some fools.
That got me. I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, that got me. You changed up your appearance a little bit. A little more casual. I think there will be a 10th generation Intel 16-inch MacBook Pro this year. That is just pure speculation on my part. But November will be the year, like the 1 year anniversary of the 16-inch. And I feel like it's just going to get updated because I feel like that might, that's probably like the last MacBook that's going to be updated, as Viper said.
Yeah.
Willie, get back here, Willie do. What do you think about this ARM MacBook stuff?
Yeah, there's a lot of assumptions there.
He's got it right. There's a lot of assumptions. No one really knows.
But how many assumptions?
Yeah, there's a lot of assumptions there.
A lot is a number.
Yeah.
A lot.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, for GadgetCast, thank you so much. And thank you for the AdvoCast. Of course, Viper's here. And he'll be back next week, ladies and gentlemen, as we break down.
Viper up here, full show. Willie do. Take the whole week off. The whole week off. You don't have to show up. What are you going to do on your week off, Willie do?
Space travel.
Wow. What? They pay you that good, huh? They pay you that good over there at Unbox Therapy?
All right, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Any other plans?
The game, Red Blue. Old
He
school.
loves that game. He loves the old school game.
What's that game? I have no idea what he's talking about.
Oh, you're so ridiculous. All right.
No.
Well,
Don't love
okay.
the game?
No.
Why are we so
You
dumb?
love GadgetCast?
Yeah.
Step in the right direction.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next week. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and we will see you soon. Oh, and watch both of Greg and Maya's video that we just put out recently. Please go to our channels. Links are in the description. We'll see you next time.
No.
Do it.